Pastor Noel Jones is not a name that goes unnoticed, especially in the world of influential preachers and public personalities. But what happens when such a powerful figure decides to turn the spotlight on his own family, casting judgment that reverberates far beyond the church walls? The recent events involving Pastor Noel Jones and his celebrated sister Grace Jones have sent shockwaves through their communities, igniting conversations everywhere from gospel circles to pop culture, blogs. The story isn't just a simple family squabble, it's a complex collision of faith, fame, and personal conviction. Now unfolding for all the world to see, Noel Jones has long been known for his passionate sermons, his unwavering stance on morality, and his reputation for saying what others only dare to think. As the senior pastor at City of Refuge Church, his words carry weight, often challenging not just his congregation but society at large. Usually, his criticisms target politicians or cultural trends, but this time, the message hit even closer to home. In a sermon that would soon become the talk of the town, he took aim at his own sister. The iconic Grace Jones. Her name is recognized worldwide for her boldness, her avant-garde performances, and her refusal to fit into any mold dictated by tradition or the church during what started as a regular Sunday sermon. Pastor Jones began speaking about the dangers of chasing fame and the risks of living for applause instead of seeking God's approval. His words grew sharper, more pointed, and soon everyone listening understood that this was no general warning. Just because your family doesn't mean you're exempt, he declared, hinting at a specific person many in the congregation immediately knew was Grace. The room grew silent as he continued, lamenting how someone raised in truth and holiness could choose the path of glamour and rebellion. He emphasized his love for her, but stated he couldn't endorse sin, even when it involved his own blood. That phrase about refusing to co-sign sin, even in family, quickly spread across social media, sparking debate and controversy. Clips of the sermon were shared widely, with some praising Pastor Jones's courage and others criticizing the public nature of his rebuke. Some church members felt the matter should have been addressed privately, while others admired his unwavering commitment to his beliefs, regardless of relationships. The incident trended online, with people dissecting every word, questioning motives, and speculating on the impact this might have on both siblings. What prompted Pastor Jones to finally speak out after years of silence? Many believe the catalyst was Grace Jones's recent appearance at a high-profile fashion event in Paris, at the 2025 Paris Avant-Garde Gala. Grace stunned audiences with an outfit that many saw as a provocative parody of church attire, complete with religious symbols and dramatic visuals. Her performance blurred the lines between art and sacrilege, drawing both praise from the fashion world and outrage from religious communities. Social media exploded with accusations of blasphemy and disrespect, and the footage from the gala quickly made its way to Pastor Jones's congregation. Pressure mounted for him to respond, and it seems this was the moment he felt compelled to address the issue publicly. Grace Jones has always been a master of controversy, blending themes of religion, sexuality, and rebellion in her work. Her history of pushing boundaries is well documented, and she's never shied away from using religious imagery in her performances. But with today's digital world making every move instantly viral, the impact of her actions and her brother's reactions has grown exponentially. Their personal differences, once a private matter, are now the subject of public scrutiny. Both Grace and Noel grew up in a strict Pentecostal household in Jamaica, under the watchful eyes of their father, a formidable bishop. The rules were rigid and expectations high, especially for Noel, who was groomed to follow in his father's footsteps. Grace, meanwhile, displayed her individuality early, resisting the confines of tradition and expressing herself through art and performance. She's spoken openly about the emotional and spiritual challenges she faced growing up, describing the environment as stifling and fear-based. Her decision to break free from those constraints set her on a path that would eventually put her at odds with her brother's mission. The tension between them isn't just about differing beliefs. It's the result of decades of unresolved conflict and generational trauma. An anonymous childhood friend described an ongoing coldness between Grace and Noel, claiming their relationship has been fractured for years with little meaningful conversation. Noel reportedly confronted Grace privately in the past, but she always made it clear she didn't answer to the church or its standards. This latest public call-out, however, feels like a line has been crossed, turning a family matter into a global spectacle. As the news of Pastor Jones's sermon reached Grace, she was anything but passive. Known for her outspoken nature, she reportedly expressed fury, defending her right to live honestly and rejecting the notion that her brother had any authority over her choices. She has built her career on defiance and authenticity, and now finds herself challenged by the very institution she once escaped. Rumors suggest Grace might respond with a new performance or even a song addressing the controversy, ensuring that the conversation is far from over. The fallout from this feud extends beyond the Jones family, touching on larger issues within the church and society. Some progressive faith leaders and fans of Grace have come to her defense, criticizing what they see as religious shaming and calling for more compassion and understanding. Others stand firmly behind Pastor Jones, applauding his willingness to speak the truth even when it's painful. The debate has spilled into gospel radio shows, social media, and church meetings, with people passionately discussing whether public rebuke is ever justified, especially among family. Meanwhile, City of Refuge Church is experiencing its own upheaval. Attendance has increased as curiosity grows, but some longtime members feel disillusioned by what they perceive as drama rather than spiritual healing. The leadership team is reportedly split, with some supporting Pastor Jones's decision and others warning of potential backlash. This isn't the first time Noel Jones has faced controversy, having previously been criticized for his personal life and appearances on reality TV. To some, his public condemnation of Grace feels hypocritical, while others see it as necessary and brave. At the heart of this conflict are two siblings shaped by the same upbringing, but who chose radically different paths to cope with their experiences. Noel sought structure and purpose through faith, while Grace embraced freedom and creativity. Their story resonates with many who have struggled to reconcile personal identity with family expectations, especially in communities where religion plays a central role. The public response has been intense, with people from all walks of life weighing in. Some see Grace as a symbol of liberation, refusing to be constrained by tradition. Others view Noel as a protector of truth, unwilling to compromise his values for popularity or family loyalty. The debate touches on themes of accountability, forgiveness, and the boundaries of personal expression. As rumors swirl about a possible documentary exploring the Jones family and their complicated legacy, it's clear that this story is far from finished. The feud has become a mirror, reflecting deeper issues within the Black church and artistic communities, challenging long-held beliefs about authority, rebellion, and the nature of public correction. The world is watching closely, eager to see how both siblings will respond and what impact their choices will have on their respective worlds. In the end, the drama between Pastor Noel Jones and Grace Jones is more than just a family argument. A public reckoning with the tensions between faith and freedom, tradition and innovation, control and self-expression. Whether healing or further conflict is on the horizon, one thing remains certain: the conversation has been started, and its echoes will be felt for a long time to come.